With the fleet that you're going to put together, 30 planes in the next 2 to 3 years, all A320s, how far do you want to fly?
The furthest that we fly now is to Bali.
Yep.
From Bangkok. That takes you to 4 hours. I don't see any destination that we will fly more than 4 hours, because our focus next year will be in India. And in India, the longest one is about 2.5 to 3 hours.
Bangkok to India?
Yeah.
Not India internal?
No.
Okay. Bangkok to India?
Correct.
We
will be looking at Maldives. That's another 4 hours.
Yep.
Okay. And Colombo, that is probably about 3 hours, 3.5. And then any town along the coast, on the west side.
On the west coast.
Yeah.
India is a very good travel destination. Is it selling in Thailand?
I'm sure that, because there are limited flights commuting between the two places, and I'm sure that more demand of flights are needed, especially in the big cities.
In the next 5 years, it's my opinion that Asia will grow internally and not be so reliant on foreign markets. China is growing very, very strongly. As China grows and as China becomes more expensive, more production will shift to the other parts of Southeast Asia, from India, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines. That should spur growth for AirAsia Thailand.
Actually, we position ourselves as an ASEAN airline. We just launched a plane with the ASEAN livery on there, with the ASEAN emblems on there. The reason that we are doing this is, if you take ASEAN, the 7 countries in ASEAN, there's 680 million people already.
Yes.
So some people ask me, you have 30 planes, where you want to fly? It's not that every plane have to go to different destinations. It means that the plane can go to connect capital city, or from capital city to resort cities.
Yes.
Within the ASEAN itself, there's an abundance of places and also people.
Something that I have noticed since 2000 is that the amount of travel within Asia, China to Philippines, China to Cebu, China to Kalimantan, China, and then India across, market has really grown a lot since 2000.
Right.
So Thailand's travel market is a growing market. Middle class in Thailand is still growing.
Yes.
It's very difficult to be in Bangkok and think of Thailand as a third world country, because it just isn't. And the same in Phuket. Phuket is not really a backpacker's destination anymore. Will you still get people who want the low cost fares? We are committed.
We are really committed to stimulate the tourism within ASEAN and also with India and China. Our next plan, actually, we will be having Phuket as a hub.
Okay.
And we put 2 planes there, and we will carry people direct to Phuket, which means that a lot of people, they come to Phuket, but they have to come via Bangkok.
Yep.
So if they want to go to Phuket, then they can just go to Phuket. So we are looking at flying to Ho Chi Minh City, Jakarta, and Hong Kong. And actually, when we opened our sales on the first day, announcing that we're going to have a Phuket hub, we now have like 20,000 people book on us on Phuket to Hong Kong alone within just less than 7 days.
I think I've spent the last 4 years in Phuket. I think one of the fastest growing tourists in Phuket is Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Lots of people from Hong Kong coming. There's a lot of tourism developments now. Richard Lee started a huge development down there, and that will increase that traffic. You're aiming at an IPO in? Yeah,
we are looking into it. We are looking into it. It could be 2010 or 2011.
So 3 years, 3 to 5 years?
I'm looking at between 2 to 3 years from now.
2 to 3 years?
Yeah.
And where would you want to be when you went to IPO? How many aircraft would you want to have?
By next year we will have 20.
Yep.
That's 2010. By 2011 we should have about 26 planes.
26 aircraft.
So it will range between 25 to 30 planes when we listed.
So because we don't talk about dollars, how many people a year will you fly with 26 planes, do you think?
By next year, we will be about 5.8. Okay. By the following year, we hit about 6 point something. So while it's above 6 million, I think it's a good chunk.
That's good turnover there. Yes.
Right.
You would go public first in Thailand?
By law, I have to list in Thailand, yes.
And how much would you look to raise?
It depends on the liquidity of the market. It
I think in 2 to 3 years, you're looking at a good market.
I'm trying to see if we can raise, like somewhere between 300 to 500 million US.
So what would you do with that? 500 million US dollars in the bank account of AirAsia Thailand, what would you do?
Oh, we will find ways to spend the money, don't worry.
Aircraft-wise, would you expand the number of aircraft?
I think number one, it gives us more liquid, more stability for the company itself, and there are a lot of things that we can invest, either aircraft,
resorts,
equipment on aircraft, MRO for maintenance. We still don't have a hangar yet, so we still have to be renting out. That could be.
So that would save you a lot of money long term.
Mm-hmm. There are a few infrastructure to help us become an even better cost. And with that IPO, it should help us.
It's an incredibly capital-intensive industry.
It is capital and human intensive.
And a lot of startup airlines. You hear about them.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to start up. They have $20 million. They have $50 million. Next year they're gone. One closed here last year, which was 1-2 Go, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They closed last year. There have been 3 or 4 in the region that have closed in the last year. And in the last year, I think for the first time, the national carrier, Thai Airways, have had difficulty making a profit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is the same across all of Asia. So do you think all of the market is now looking to low-cost carriers, even the business market?
I think we have to accept the fact that the market is really down got hit by this financial crisis. And how do you survive when the market is down is that the number one thing that you have to have commitment, and if we come back, because the good thing about Thailand, and especially this part of the world, is that if you look at the statistic, this is not the first time that it's down. We have SARS, we have bombing, we have strike, we have whatever. It never takes more than 18 months before the market would come back. And this is 10-15 years of statistic. If you are committed to be in the aviation business, and you have to live with these kind of things. So the lowest cost, that gives you the shield over everything. Lower cost and lowest fare.